Travian Tournament series. So if you watched my last video, you would realize that I have been trying to push for a top 10 in either of these two categories, attacker or robber. And from hearing my rather bored voice, you can probably gather that I do not do that well. In fact, pretty poorly. So let's just go straight in to see how bad I did. Now, today is currently Tuesday, and I was kind of busy on Monday, or Sunday, so I kind of took a screenshot to show you guys how I did. Now, as you can see from here, I didn't do very well. I only got nearly 2,000 points in attacker and only 500,000 in robbers. Now, in the climbers of the week, I did get 128, which is not bad, and it's pretty good growth. However, I never intended to really push for that, and it would have been rather unrealistic for me to aim for over 800 rankings. So that one, it's all right. It's no big deal because that wasn't my aim. I just want to grow steadily. So yeah, that's all right. What's this database thing doing? Oh, go away. Okay, so now attackers of the week and robbers of the week. In the end, I aimed for robbers of the week instead of attackers of the week because I thought I wasn't going to be able to rake up these amount of points. In the end, we needed 70,000 about. Again, I took this in the afternoon of Sunday, so probably might have needed 80,000, maybe 80,000 or no, nearing 90 at the actual end of the week. But that's about the range. And for robbers, I was mile off. To win medal, we needed 80 million, if I count correctly. No, 800 million, is it? No, 85 million. That's right, 85 million units of resources, and I got 500,000, which is off by quite a lot. That's more than 100 times the amount of resources that I needed to gather. So, I have been quite a failure, but I'm not going to give up yet. I'm going to try again to see if I can do just that bit better. I might not necessarily win any medals in this server, not necessarily, but I want to push for it and really give it my best shot because I feel I haven't done the justice that I should have had last week. So let's see what I've done wrong. So out of my 7 villages, I mainly used Edoras as my farming village. Currently, I'm still farming a little bit, and in total in this village I have over 2,000 TTs, which is not particularly impressive. It's not a lot, but it's alright, and should be able to do the job, and should rake in more than just 500,000 units of resources. So why so little? Now, if I go into my farm lists, I have Gold Club, I can probably realize the problem. Now I do realize I only have 17 farms, 17, and Oasis that I personally own do not count towards the rankings. It's useful to take in resources from the Oasis because they produce lots of resources, and it's useful to take them in, but they do not count to the rankings. So for villages that actually count towards the ranking, we have to minus these 4 oases, which leaves 13. So I only had 13 farms, and they weren't always producing things. A lot of them, like this Natal village, hardly produced any resources. I swear more troops died in this village than I have collected resources. Same for this one. And this was kind of unreliable as well, which makes it really inefficient when it comes to collecting resources and farming. So that's one of my first problems. I did not have enough farms, only 17. Secondly, not only that I didn't have a lot of farms, I probably didn't utilize my troops very wisely. If you look in the troops here, some of the villages I was sending a lot of troops to. That's because troops were dying very easily. Even if there were no troops, if I just send maybe 20, one would die with me collecting 100 units of resources. So I kind of bumped up the amount of troops, and we never got a full bounty. We always only got like that much. So yeah, that's the problem. We never fully used our TTs, and we had lots of empties or half empty sacks because they couldn't collect all the resources they could have collected. So again, not enough farms and inefficient use of troops kind of caused me to not get that much resources. Also, another thing I would like to point out is if I go into Rivendell, that is my capital, I also train troops in there. You can see that in overview. I have over nearly 3,000 swordmen, and essentially all I've been using them to do for the past week was sending them to clear oasis for my other villages. Essentially, I didn't want my TDs to die because they were essentially for farming, but I did not think I used these swordmen very wisely. So again, inefficient use of troops. That's another problem. That's in Rivendell. So to conclude, inefficient use of troops and just a lack of targets uh, from my behalf caused kind of a failure on achieving this target. So, yeah, today is Tuesday, so I'm not going to be able to push for it this week because I'm late. But I will try again next week. I will try again to push for attacker or robber next week, depending on the troop count. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys again then, maybe. Hopefully, I can tell you guys how much I prepared and what I plan to do next week to try to win a medal, which might be possible or might not. Yeah, so yeah, that's it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.